Everybody, it's Kat from Creative Crafts, and this week's theme is all about weddings. Are you on a budget? Are you looking for ways of making nice, elegant decorations on a budget? Yesterday I did all kinds of ideas about wine glasses, how you can use them, what kind of decoration ideas. There were several different ones. I hope that was helpful. Today we're going to work with a backdrop that you put in the back of the bride and groom. And what we're going to use is hula hoops. As you can see here, this is actually two hula hoops put together. Took both of them and just pulled it apart and kept one end in and then just connected them together. That's all I did, and then I put tape on it. So what we need today is, for this video or this project, we're going to need two hula hoops, some ivy, some rope, some glue gun, some jute ribbon. We can use that too, or you can use normal ribbon. It depends on what you want to use. Jute is actually the cheapest thing you can use. This is just a little tutorial on how you can make what I'm doing here with this backdrop. And what you can do is, this is blue, and what you should do is actually paint it first and then work with it. But because I'm just doing the tutorial, I don't really need to paint it. And I decided to, let's move this chair out of the way. I have my glue gun ready. I have my jute here. It came in this big roll. The problem is I had to cut it in half because of the fact that I couldn't find one that was long. So what you do now is, let's go to the first step, is put these two hula hoops together. And once they're together, what you need to do now is, I want to glue this jute all around it. So what I'm going to do is take my faithful glue gun and stick some glue in the area where I want to start it. Doesn't matter if there's strings on it or not, still hanging off it. And what I would do, because it's curled in one area, I would let it curl and make it like not totally straight. Put it in a curve, because you needed to have it in a curve. And once that's glued, you can take it and then wrap the whole thing all around. Make sure it's tight. And what I'm going to do is roll it upwards while I'm doing it. So everybody, so you can see here what I did here was all around the whole thing. I ran out of the jute, so I still have some of this left. So I was thinking I could use, actually wanted to show you guys, and I was deciding maybe I can do this, add this rope to the rest if I could. I doubt this will go all the way around it. So what we're gonna do is, like I said, we need to glue the rope around. Just need to add a little bit of glue on it and let it cool off, and then you can start going around. You don't have to glue every step. Just make sure you don't burn your fingers in the process. I always seem to burn my fingers all the time. So guess what? I'm back. For the next step is, we need to take this rope that you see here, and we need to start, you can see here I didn't have enough for it, but it's okay, I will cover it up another way. But right now I just want to show you how, what you could do and the idea what you could do with this. You can do a different idea. But first you need to tie this end to an area. Whoops. Tie it pretty good. Make sure it's in a good knot. You can cut any excess rope off it later. Sorry about that. So now what we need to do is you need to bring this to each end, one end to another end, and wrap it. Wrap it good so that it's a little bit tight. And then put it down to another end. And just keep wrapping it until you get this whole thing filled with the rope. Make sure it's tight. I mean, you can crisscross it, go upwards, go downwards. Like I said, make sure that it's wrapped pretty good. Hang it in an area where you think, okay, that's going to look good. And then just keep going around. Don't put it too tight because you probably will end up bending the circle. You don't want to do that. Just pull it enough so that you can as you can see here, I already did the whole thing. It's all ready. Now the next step is we're going to do now the cardboard box with the initials, which like I said before to you, very easy to do. So let's go to the next step. So hi everybody again. The next step is actually, like I told you before, cardboard. I made some little letters. I suggest you make them thicker, put a couple of layers, make a couple of layers of this letter and stick them together. That would be the best option. So I made these and then I printed out a thing. Printed this thing out, and what I got to do now is make it a little bit more neater. Just cut off the little ends that look like it's zigzaggy. You're gonna cover this up anyway. Also the A and B. Funny is that it's for my sister and her husband. It's Angel and Brenda. Funny, you know, A, B. You know they belong together if they start the alphabet. And then you do like this in the middle. These you need to, what you need to do with this is we need to cover it. You can make it any kind of design you want. I used a little razor cutter here. The first thing you need to do is say, okay, you want to use it with ribbon? Fine, you can use ribbon. Like I said, if you made it thicker, a couple of layers of cardboard stuck together, glue it with a glue gun. And what you could have done is, when it's thick enough, you could actually put this around the sides of it, like that. You could still do it now if I wanted to. So this is one way of doing it when it's thicker. I just want to give you ideas. I'm not making the actual whole thing. I will make it anyway, and with different types of ideas on it. So now what we can do is get some flowers. I have a whole bunch here. Or petals. Let's get some rose petals. Get rose petals on it. Rose petals out of here. So I got these heart-shaped rose petals. So what you can do is also glue these on there too. Make sure you put glue all over it. And try to put the petals in areas where that looks like this. You can put one layer and then add another layer to it. So let's put this whole thing on here like that with the petals. Gluing the petals on, you have to glue both sides. It's a little bit on the petal and also off onto the cardboard area so they stick well. So I found some more flowers. A little bit different than the bee, but we can stick some other flowers on the bee too. So I decided to do this. I think that looks pretty cool. And then I'll do the same thing for the A, sticking a flower on it. Good story about these flowers is actually I made a painting with these flowers and I want to renovate it, so I took all the flowers off and now I'm reusing them. So that's another tip that you could do. Instead of throwing stuff away, see if you can reuse it. So let me add the flower here. Yeah, that will look good there. And then I need to add just one of the yellow flowers to it on one end. Maybe a little white one on the other one too, a little white one. And then, so since we have one of these leaves on that side, I'm going to stick this one here too, so they at least match. So I'm sticking something else on it. I'll show you when I'm done, exactly what I've done. Yeah. So now I am finished with the A and B. There's the A and B for Angel and Brenda. Now we do the next step is putting the ivy leaves on the hula hoop. You don't have to use the ivy leaves, but I suggest that you do because it would look actually really nice. So the next step is the ivy. These cute little things here. And make sure it's all one. It's not bulked together like I see here. It's felt connected somehow here. Yeah, there you go. So, and make sure that's not connected. You don't want it like that. This is one or two. These are just one. And you see how this is? It has some Halloween stuff still on it. And now we can add this to our area here. So let's do this. And I need to buy some new pants. My pants are falling down. I've been losing some weight. So let's do this. And now what we could do is maybe start gluing. last step. I glued the alphabet on there, well, the letters on it, and the at sign. I mean the and sign, not the at sign, the and sign. And I wasn't sure where to stick glue them. When you have these cables on it, these wires, like I told you before, don't pull it too tight or you'll make that circle get disformed, like you can see here. So this is like a mistake that I showed you that could happen. You can use bigger letters, you can use only like wood letters if you want, or just plain letters that's not with any flowers or anything on it. You can use put lights on it, you can put add some flowers on the top. There's so many options you can do with it. Like I'll show you here. So I have some of these flowers here. And what you could do is, let me go like on this side. And you could probably hang some of these flowers here, you know what I mean? Across there like that. You can add more to it, a lot more, add some bows to it. If you want, you can even add roses, big pieces of rose bushes, or fresh flowers. You can also add fresh flowers to it. You can also intertwine some ribbon in here if you want, like I show you here. I'll get some ribbon and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. You can, let's take this one here, the purple one I started with, and you can just like intertwine it in like this, you know, the ribbon through the whole thing. You can do that too. There's so many different options on this. Like what I told you before, if you don't pull these cables, these wires, or the rope, whatever you use, too tight, it should work out fine. But I mean, I know I can fix this. I just need to pull it a little bit more and be careful on which end. To hang it up, I put some rope up there on this corner here. And like here you can see, you can't really see the part where, I mean, some areas you can see it. But like I suggested before, that you paint it first, and then when you do this, you won't see any of the hula hoop. You'll just see the color that you painted. You can paint it any color you want. You can paint it all brown and then put this on. But I suggest that you put some kind of a ribbon or the jute that I did here. It makes it look so nice. It really does. But you also, another tip you can do is you can get these bling, you know, these bling wires, and just take it and go all around it with this stuff here, you know, with the little bling. You can take the little thin wire ones. I have some here. I have this. I cut this up a long time ago. It's got tangled up as always. Some kind of a dwarf that's in my bucket there. You can wrap this all around it evenly, not like this, like I did here. You have to make it even. Glue it, glue it, glue it, or this roll here that I have. And you can just cut up big long rolls of it, cut a piece, and then stick it around like this. You can do that too. And then you can also do the same thing for this. You can cut this into the form that you want and do it like that. If you want something more like elegant, like with diamonds and bling, you know, el extravaganza. I decided to do a farmhouse one. You can buy silver or gold wire or cables or thread, thick thread like this, as thick as this is, and use that instead of this. So there is so many different options that you could actually do with this. So, doesn't have to be for a wedding. It can also be for a baby shower. You can put, you know, boy or girl or baby shower, little baby stuff on it, pink colors, you know. There's so many options that you actually can use this for. But I'm actually made it for tips for weddings. But like I'm telling you right now, you can use it for anything else that you want to use it for. But I think this looks great. I did this for you, Angel and Brenda. I mean, I know it's not Beauty and the Beast, but I was thinking of you when I was thinking of weddings, so I just decided to do this. So, this is for you, Angel and Brenda. Love you guys, you know. That's my sister and my brother-in-law. And like I told you at the beginning, before one of the videos, that they're getting remarried. They've been together for, you could say, almost over 30 years. I'm sure over 30 years. And they got married only in the city hall with nobody there, and there was only a few people. And they actually want to have a real wedding the next year coming. So looking forward to that. Hopefully I can make it. We'll see if the money will allow it. But like I said, I mean, if you add these flowers to it, that looks also so, it looks great. I mean, you can also add the flowers in here in between, you know, like that. There's so many great options out there. You know, you can do anything. It's your imagination how you want to do it. Think about first when you make things for weddings, what is the theme? What is the colors you want to use? Is it a farmhouse wedding, or is it country style? Is it elegant? Is it going to be in a nice hotel? Then if it's going to be a nice hotel, I would suggest you to use something else. I have these chairs here. And like I said, you can put both chairs here and it next to each other, and it actually is for the bride and groom. So, and you can decorate this here with nice ribbon. That is a different tutorial, so I'm not going to give out my secrets on that one. But here's the finished project. If you try it, please take a picture and let me see it. If there's anything in here that you misunderstood or I did too chaotic here, this is, like I said, it's pretty easy to do. It's a lengthy thing of time. You have to work a lot for it. But the major things that you need for it is, like I said, the hula hoops, the glue, the ribbon, the name, the letters, you know, the and sign, and how you want it. This one I found online, and I decided because it had a little heart at the end of it. And I just took a paper and put it against my screen and then traced it, and then I traced it onto the cardboard, and that's how I made that. The letters I made myself. I don't know if they're perfect, but I think it looks great. I think I should have added this over a little bit more. This is the finished project. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you had, and if you please press that thumbs up. I would love to see thumbs up on it. Any questions or comments you would like to say, please write them below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you want to know whenever I have a video coming out, press that button on the side of the subscription, that little bell on the side of the subscription button. Press that and you'll get a notification on all the videos I make. So stay tuned for tomorrow. What we're going to do is we're going to make a container for your envelopes when people come in and put, your little wedding cards that you get. We're going to make that tomorrow. So if you're curious and you would like to see it, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.